minutes of work with 5 exercises. All you're gonna need is a yoga mat for this one. Ready to get to work, D?
Let's get warmed up.
All right, we're gonna start with 1 minute of a cobra swing. You're gonna lay down flat on your mat. You're gonna start with your feet about hip width apart. Back,
just hold on a second.
30 seconds per side of an
Yeah, it's gonna go back like the old. We'll watch the warm-up together.
All you're gonna need is a yoga mat for this. You're gonna lay down flat on your mat. You're gonna start with your feet about hip width apart, those toes anchored to the ground. As you can see, D is placing her hands on the small of her back, shoulders nice and tall. You're gonna raise that chest off the ground, full extension with the arms to reach out in front of you, back to the small of your back. This is gonna work your shoulders as well as your lower back and core. Options here, you can always reduce your range of motion. Next up, we've got 30 seconds per side of a T-spine rotation. D has her hands stacked underneath her shoulders, knees stacked underneath the hips. Placing one hand behind the ear, elbow nice and wide. We're gonna rotate at the midsection, trying to make contact with that planted hand. You've got 30 seconds per side. An option here, you can reduce your range of motion. Next up, we're gonna warm up those ankles and hamstrings, crossing our right foot over the left, pressing through the ball of the left foot to raise the glutes into the air, elongating that hamstring, bringing that knee back down to the ground. Option here, you can always reduce your range of motion. You've got 30 seconds per side. Next up, 30 seconds per side of an iso hold plank bird dog. For this, you're gonna extend your right arm out, left leg back, drawing your belly button to spine, squeezing your glutes to keep that core engaged. You're gonna hold that for 30 seconds per side. An option here, use your own personal range of motion. Last but not least, you have 1 minute of a bear plank alternating shoulder tap. We're gonna press through the balls of our feet, raising our knees just off the ground enough, belly button to spine to engage the core. Nice, slow, and steady, bringing that hand to your opposite shoulder. Option here, you can always drop your knees down to the ground, but make sure to keep that belly button drawn to your spine. You've got 5 minutes of work. Let's get warmed up.
There you go. So again, a minute of that cobra swing. If your shoulders aren't having it, you can always bend the elbows and just try to tap those elbows behind the back in like a W move. So let's lay it down, guys. Squeeze between those shoulder blades. Release it down to the ground. Again, like you said, if you need to, just reduce the range of motion. Halfway through, 30 seconds down, 30 seconds to go. Last 10 seconds, and we'll move into that T-spine rotation. Again, we'll do 30 seconds on each side. And 2, 1, shift it up into that all fours. Plant one of those hands and inhale, sweep that other one up, fingers down to the ground. So let's work on trying to keep the hips pointing to the floor and just opening through the torso. We have a lot of trouble isolating that thoracic spine here. So let's go ahead and really think about just opening up between your front side of the shoulder to shoulder. Switch sides for us, team. Nice job, guys. 15 seconds. We're coming into that ankle tap. So what's going to happen, guys, find that all fours lifted to that downward facing dog and shift it right back. One ankle is crossed behind the other. I don't care which one, but plant those feet, lift that downward dog, cross the ankle, bring the knee down, and press it back. We'll go 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds with the other. In 3, 2, 1, switch ankles. Keep it up, team. We're more than halfway through. You got 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go and find that bird dog. We're holding all 30 seconds on one side. Go ahead and extend it out. So instead of thinking about lifting that foot up to the sky, think about lifting through the back side of the knee. Hips face towards the floor. That shoulder stays stacked on top of that hand. Belly button so tight to the spine. In 5. And switch it up. Go ahead and take it out with that other side. Remember, find your center, find your balance, and then drop that hip. I promise it's lifted up. Shoulders rolled back and down. We're not reaching with the shoulder. We're extending through the fingers. Halfway. Just about 10 seconds, we'll find that bear hold with a shoulder tap. It's too much on those shoulders, hips, or knees. We can always take it down to the ground. Last minute here in our warm-up. Tuck those toes, lift those knees, tap those hands. So again, we're working on not shifting weight from side to side, but instead keeping that core tight. The wider the feet are, the more stable it becomes. There you go, team, that's halfway. Come on, guys, we got just about 15 seconds. If you need to, tap the knees down to the ground, take a moment, lift it right back up. In 5. And relax. Let's go ahead and chit chat about block number 1 of 2. So all we're gonna need is ourselves. We're working here for a little bit of core. 5 minutes of work. We'll start with forearm side plank. We'll roll onto the other side. Then we'll come into a knee tuck. They say a knee tuck is just gonna be Spider-Man. So standing out, if we need to, we can always take that knee down to the ground for an option. 30 seconds, we'll then roll to the other side. We'll then go ahead and find that plank. We'll jump those feet forward to the outside of the knee. If we need to, we can always find ourselves stepping in instead. 30 seconds, we'll get a 15-second break. Any questions, guys? Let's get down on the ground. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Again, if we need to, we can take that hip down to the ground, but that's our option. We really want to try to keep those hips up, extending out through the leg. There you go, guys. We're at 15. And then we'll roll over to the other side. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Roll right into it. You guys don't need to see the computer, see the TV screen. I got you. The gym floor in my basement is much squishier than the tile floor. Oof. 15. Hips up, come on. 3, 2, 1. Plank position, jump your feet to the outside of your hands, send them back and take it to the other side. This is gonna feel like you're all out, come on. Twist through that torso. You got 15. Earn that break. 2, 1, and rest. We got 15 seconds to breathe. We'll do it again. Total of 3 rounds through. Breathe it out in 2, 1, plank it up. Side plank with that crunch. Halfway. And switch sides. Right into it, guys. Let's not waste any precious seconds. More than halfway. And let's get to that knee tuck. Come on, squeeze through the obliques. They're those side muscles. Come on, round number 2. Let's make it a little bit quicker. More than halfway through, friends, don't stop. And relax, you got 15 seconds. Nice, just walk it out. You got this. Let's get back down to the ground. Begin, come on. This is it, last round of that plank. So I wasn't 100% truthful. We are gonna need something for this workout. It's gonna need to be a sturdy chair. We're not jumping up on it. We're gonna do chair hop overs as well as tricep dips. In 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Last 30 seconds, we're doing it, come on. In 2, 1, and down, the obliques. Come on, right into your plank. Hop it in, hop it out. The more twist we get, the more of those side muscles we're working. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Don't you stop. Just 5 seconds to go. Can you pick up that pace? I know you can. In 2, 1, and done. So, block number 2, 26 minutes long. You will need a chair. Again, we're not stepping up onto it. You can use the couch. You can use whatever's around, but we use it for chair dips as well. So, what's going to happen is we're going to have 3 total rounds. First round will be 1 minute of work, 30 seconds of recovery. Second round will be 1 minute of work, 45 seconds of recovery. And then we'll have that 1 minute and 1 minute. Starting with a scissor jump. Those are just those front jacks, guys. We can use our arms and our legs. If we need to, we step it into a line over. Exercise number 2, high knee 3-step. So again, we get to watch a Coach Mel's super uncoordinatedness. We're gonna take a chop, 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 pull that knee in. After 1 minute of them, go ahead and take it into that chair hop over. Hands are on a chair, bench, couch, whatever it is. We're hopping side to side. The bigger the hop from side to side, the more cardio. If we want to, we can kick those own derrieres. We're then going to continue on down the line. We have tricep dips. We use that chair. If you do not have anything to be on, you can always take it into an all fours like a crab position, and you can still do tricep dips, I promise. Taking it down the line, we got 1 more. High plank, side leg lift, knee tuck in. There's a hell of a lot of words in it. Let's watch what Coach D is going to do. Find yourself in your high plank, that is extended arms. We are going to lift the leg up and back, squeezing through the back side of the knee. We're then going to bring the knee in. Working on 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds to the other. Any questions, guys? Let's get uncomfortable. We got 3 rounds, 5 exercises starting with a minute of work. It's gonna be this block. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Scissor jumps. So think about finding a pace that you can keep this entire minute. "30 seconds down. Consistency is key, guys. You want to find that rhythm, find that pace. Opposite arm. So when that left foot moves forward, so does that right arm. Let's keep those elbows at 90. We're not karate chopping the air. 5 seconds. We get a 30-second break. In 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds to breathe. I didn't consider that there might be someone staying in the condo beneath me. Good morning, guys. Good morning. So exercise number 2 will be that high knee 3-step. We'll drive, drive, squeeze, drive, drive, squeeze. Big deep ones. And 3, 2, 1, let's go. Remember, it is a minute. By that 30-second mark, we want to be in that uncomfortable orange. We're wearing one of our heart rate monitors. Remember, you guys are working for the entire time, thinking a little endurance. I can't talk and do this move. Halfway. I don't think I can even do this move. 10 seconds, come on, team. And 2, 1, rest. We got 30 seconds. Exercise number 3 is gonna be that chair hop over. Hands are gonna go onto that bench, onto the chair. You're gonna hop it from side to side. We can make those hops big. We can work on that heel kick like we were practicing for our dry track. Remember, we're not just standing still, give it a little foot tap, walk it out. And begin, chair hop overs, come on. So you notice that Coach D is using her mat to make a consistent jump from side to side. Give yourselves a little mental, little visual, something that we're trying to hop over. A line on the basement floor, pick out lines in your hardwood. Whatever you're doing, let's keep it moving. Halfway. Think about doing work with your upper body here just as much as your lower body. Push your hands into that chair. Find yourself a little bit weightless. 15. 5. And rest, we got 30 seconds. Ooh, I don't know about you guys, but it's getting hot in here. Okie dokes, chair dips. Remember, in our chair dip, the hands face towards the buttocks. I have to watch Forrest Gump, I haven't seen it in a while. But they're gonna face right here. We're gonna squeeze those elbows in, don't let them come out. Keep the shoulders back and down. Proud chest in 2, 1, we dip. Nice, friends, nice. Do not let those shoulders come up to the ears. Wear your big old hoops and make sure you're keeping that space long in the neck. We're halfway through. If you're thinking to yourself about all the other things you could be doing, this one isn't hard enough. Go ahead and walk those feet a little bit farther away from the chair. Add a little more body weight to those arms. Come on. You asked for the challenge, 15 seconds. In 5. And rest. Ooh, 30 seconds. Shake out those rests. Anyone remember what the last one is? I don't either. It's totally cool. So it's going to be that high plank to knee or to leg lift to knee tuck. So we're going to find ourselves here in our plank. We're going to lift the leg up. We're going to bring the knee in. Try to tap this same side. We're going to stay here on that one side for 30 seconds, and then we'll flip it up. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Again, 30 seconds one side. Let's stick it here. We're bringing it to that same side, guys. A little more than halfway. We got about 10 seconds. And switch legs. Not a whole lot of fuss, just move to that other leg. If it's too much, we can always take it down to the knees, or we can find ourselves with a hand on that chair once more and increase or decrease that angle. 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. We got 30 seconds, or 1 whole minute. Being generous, guys. So at the end of this minute, we're gonna do it again. 1 minute of each of those 5 exercises. And then we'll find ourselves, team, find ourselves a little out of breath. But then we'll find ourselves, team, with 45 seconds of rest in between. So you've gotta make it count, guys. Don't just wait for that 3rd round, then wonder why it wasn't hard enough. So, shake it out, roll it out. You're gonna try to pick up the intensity, just a smidgen from that previous block. Exercise number 1, and I forget them too, scissor jumps, or those front jacks. However you think about it. In 3, 2, 1, we go. So again, we're looking for consistency over the entire 60 seconds, but keeping in mind that we have a little bit more recovery. So I'm not asking for a whole crazy mile an hour up from where you're feeling. How about just a little bit? 0.1. Let's just feel like we're working a little bit harder. More than halfway through. Making sure those arms are involved in the party. Light on those feet, stop sounding like Frankenstein. Again, I feel like so bad for the people that might be below me. Usually just in the basement. In 2, 1, and rest. Ooh, 45 seconds. Again, don't stop it cold. Give yourself a little walk around. You guys, you're doing awesome. Nice little 2-step, and I'm with you. Okay, next exercise is gonna be that high step 3 knee combination. There's a reason, guys, that they don't ever let me teach step classes in the world. Ain't got no rhythm. So, think about that pattern. We drive up, up, squeeze. Up, up, squeeze. Begin. those knees. It's not just about this step. I can't talk to you and do it. It's not just about exchanging those feet, but think about trying to get that thigh very least to parallel to the ground. You can squeeze it even higher without rounding the back. If you can. Fine, we can take it into a march. Work in your own range of motion. Come on, knees up, bring that mood up. 15. And rest. "45 seconds, I know it seems like a long time to rest. By those 15-second mark, we're gonna be ready to go again. So let's make sure we're super prepped for what's gonna happen in that chair hop over. So when that time is up, we're ready to go. But remember, you should be breathless. If you're not at least breathless for the first 15 to 30 seconds, you did not work hard enough. Exercise number 3, gonna be those hop overs. We're going. Put your hands on the bench before I even count down. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Do yourself a favor, find something on the floor that you can use as that visual hop. Look at that, halfway, 30 seconds down, 30 seconds to go. Come on, don't let yourself slow down. Don't let that jump get any less. Push yourself. Goes in 3, 2, 1, we rest. Woo. Breathe it out, guys. 45 seconds. Want you to walk it out. Don't just stand still. Big deep breaths. Now's the time the yoga teacher in me starts to come out. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel that diaphragm expanding. Feel that diaphragm strengthening. Those of you who hang out with me, you know that my diaphragm's the strongest muscle in my body. You gotta work it. Inhale, exhale. What are we doing next? Tricep dips. 3, 2, 1, go. So what happened if we got super gassed in that first set of tricep extensions? It's okay, because we give ourselves credit for working hard. Then remember that this entire minute is about movement. So maybe slow down the pace a little bit. Find yourself with some good quality reps. The ground is strength day, lower it down slow, and pop it up quick. Send those elbows straight out behind you. That's that halfway mark, still not hard enough again. We can walk those feet out. Maybe one goes somewhere in between. One leg out, one knee back. In 3, 2, 1, and rest, 45 seconds. Take a seat on that chair. So what do these long pauses do? They give Coach Mel the opportunity to make you stretch. Let's go ahead and take that left hand to the top of the back. Find that right hand upon the elbow and stretch out your tricep. Why not? We got time. We're just walking around. So the next exercise will be that high plank leg to alternating knee tuck, all the words. Lift those arms up, switch them up. Reach it up, a couple shoulder rolls, and we're going to a plank, guys. 3, 2, 1, plank it up. Remember, it's 30 seconds on one side. Knee tuck, leg lift. It's not about how high you can make that knee go up. It is about squeezing through the back and through the butt cheeks. If those shoulders aren't on top of those wrists, you are not working your core. You're now working your shoulders and your back. Shift that body forward. Work with purpose, guys. Switch legs if we haven't already. Can't see the timer. There we go. Got 5 seconds. And we earned that 1 minute of rest. Full minute here, guys. So what does that mean? It means we're coming into round number 3. This is the final round. 1 minute of work with 1 minute of recovery. We are going to take as much energy as we can and smash it into those 60-second working efforts. Because we're going to have a whole minute to recover. I don't want you guys to be bored and like, I could have done more. So if you are thinking now, I could have done more, well, guess what? You have the opportunity to prove it to yourself. So that first exercise, guys, we're going to those scissor jumps. Maybe we open that stance up. Instead of having just, let me let you see my feet. Instead of having just tiny little jumps here, let's start wider. We got 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Oops, I got the wrong arms. Make it dynamic. Make it with purpose. Get those arms, get those legs moving. 30 seconds. So the last 15, we're gonna take it into an all-out kind of feel. How are we gonna do that? Tiny movements, as quick as possible. Right. Like you're sprinting. Tiny foot move, tiny arm move. Come on. Keep it up, keep it up. 5 seconds. 2, 1, done. You got 1 minute to rest. So can we feel the difference when we go big and when we go small? Creates that different feeling within the body. So, exercise number 2, it's gonna be that high knee 3-step. So instead of that long, exaggerated pause, what we'll do is we'll take it quick to find that heart rate elevated. Big, deep breaths. So 30 seconds. So let's go ahead and plant the left foot, reach back, grab those right shoelaces, squeeze the right heel towards the high knee, get a good quad stretch to the right side. Do the other side next time. We got 15 seconds. You guys are rock stars, each and every one of you. I love hanging out with you. I love sweating with you. We got 5 seconds. Last time we're doing these high knee triple in, begin. Let's pick up that pace, little less pause. Come on, that's halfway. You know what we're gonna ask for the last 15. Crank it up, team, crank it up. Oh, I'm so bad with the rhythm. Come on, 5 seconds. Pause. Oh, 1 minute to rest. Ooh, who got their heart rate up? I sure as heck did. Jiminy's. Catch your breath, catch your balance. Then we'll go ahead and stretch out that other quad. So plant your right foot, reach back, and those left shoelaces. We need to hold on to something. Let's go. So about 30 seconds in this recovery. Again, if we're not stretching, don't be standing still. Just walk around. Little 2-step action. 15 seconds. You guys remember what we're doing? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller. Chair hopper overs. Let's get to it in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Pop, pop, pop. So instead of working on those big dynamic ones here in this final round, let's go little and quick. I want you to get as many jumps as possible here. Press into those hands. Use those arms to help. Not by doing a push-up, but by instead taking a little bit of the weight. How do we do that? We tighten the core, roll the shoulders back and down, engage under those armpits. You know what I'm gonna say for the final 15. Let's crank it up. Go, 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 go. Come on, rock stars and badasses alike. You got 5 seconds. And rest. Ooh. Jiminy's. You guys as excited as I am? We got, ooh, just 2 more moves. One of them's working on those triceps. A little vein about the back of my arms. I wish they were bigger. We'll get there. Slowly working on muscle massing in the COVID. Okay, we have about 30 seconds. Big deep breath. Couple shoulder rolls back and down. Decide what you're gonna do here. Are you gonna find yourself deepening that range of motion, or are you gonna take a step out with the feet? Whatever you're gonna do, guys, let's create a little more intensity, just a little bit more work. Why? So we can have a little bit more satisfaction. Get out of the workout what you put into it. 3, 2, 1, begin. So again, all kinds of things we can do to create a little more movement in this tricep dip. We can extend the leg out. We can lift the leg up. We can just walk those feet out ever so slightly. Trust me, it doesn't take a whole lot. But if we're feeling in the front side of the shoulders, we need to decrease that range of motion. Think about bending the elbows and lowering the booty straight back. Press those arms long. Feel the burn in the back. 30 seconds. Friends, you got 15 seconds. How can you make this a little more difficult? Can we pick up that pace? Can we walk those feet out? Come on. Final burn, final drive. 5 seconds. Oh, and rest. It's kind of rough on the wrists, and we're getting ready to come into a plank. So take your hands, interlace your hands, make them into a combined fist, and draw circles with your wrists. Other direction. Shake out your wrists. Take the left hand, palm towards the chest, stretch out by pulling with the right hand. You can relax your arm down. I'm just trying to put it in the camera. Other hand. Woo. Shake it out. We got about 15 seconds, guys, and then we're coming into the last minute. The last exercise of today before we get into our flexibility block. So let's make it the best, the brightest, the most beautiful plank we possibly can. No high knee to the sky, guys. Let's get right into it. Got 3, 2, 1. There we go. 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other. Nice and nice. There you go, Leah. Nice, Alkesh. Keep it up. I see you in the darkness, Cece. Doing awesome. Friends, with just 5 seconds till we switch. Hold it strong. And other leg. $15. And done. Nice job, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the workout. Stop the share. We'll do flexibility together. Hey, you guys have a good time? Well, it was pretty good. I think I understood how to really, from my own exercise perspective, how to approach that block from the first time we did it. I think I made it a little more, work a little more efficient for me this time. It's all about those numbers sometimes. Let's stretch out those triceps again. Take that right hand to the top of the back. Left hand's gonna find that elbow. Think about looking out to the horizon. Shoulders back and down. Lift the arms up. Switch it up. Oof. Reach those arms up. Exhale, swan dive it all the way down. Let the upper body hang heavy. Shake the head no. Nod the head yes. Then bend through the knees if we need to, fingertips to the floor. Go ahead and step back with that right leg into our lunge, right knee down to the ground. Go ahead and bring the chest up. Take the right arm across the body and give it a hug. Drop that right shoulder deep into the back pocket. Squeeze that right butt cheek. Engage through that hip. Pressing the right hip forward and squeezing the left hip back. Release it out. Left knee back. Right foot forward. Go ahead and bring the chest up tall. Left arm's going to come across the body. Big, big, big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Fingers to the floor. Go ahead and step back with that right foot. High knee meets heels. Child's pose. Extend the arms out long. Walk the hands to the right hand side. Left hand will loose to the floor and pull the body away. Walk it back through center. Take it to the left. Walk it back through midline. Shift it forward, shoulders over the wrist, tuck the toes, lift the hips, drop the heels, downward facing dog. Open up to the armpits to the floor by rolling the shoulders down. Press into the palms, lifting the hips to the heavens, heels to the earth, belly button in deep to the spine. Walk your hands back and roll it up one vertebrae at a time. When you reach the top, shoulders deep in your back pockets, big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Round of applause for yourself. Round of applause for your neighbors.